You raise your voice against the system and you will be called as a Pakistani. This is the case of a student Vedant who on X presented the answer copy which he got scanned by CBSE, which was actually not his copy. This is after the result of class 12th for the very first time in class 12, this time OSM. On-screen marking system was introduced by CBSE and the results are disaster, actually disaster. So this is a case in which a student named as Vedant particularly brought this issue over X and presented that this copy which is claimed by CBSE as a scanned copy of his is actually not his copy, does not belongs to him. And Vedant is not only a single student facing this issue, there are a lot of students claiming that the copies are either blurred or the copy they got after scanning does not belongs to them. And why is this happening? When the issue came over the top, it was found that the problem lies in this OSM system which is introduced by CBSE in class 10th checking particularly. So what is this OSM? This digital evaluation system, which is referred as a modern idea of CBSE, actually resulted into a disaster. Low marks, dropped percentage, anxiety and clashes among the students. But why is this happening? And this is the question to be raised over here. Recently, you might be going throughout many videos regarding the re-evaluation process, verification process, or the scanned copies issue. To understand it from the starting, this video is what for you, my dear student. So what is OSM? OSM is an on-screen marking system. That means this time CBSE said that because of this development of technology, we will be bringing this modern concept to bring more fairness, transparency and accuracy in the marking scheme. And everyone was very happy hearing that, okay, let's go with development. Now then what happened? The responsibility, okay, the responsibility for this online marking system was given to a tech private limited company, Coempt. Okay, so when this responsibility was given to Coempt, now if you see the background of this company, it will create a question in your mind. Actually, the parent company or this company's name is referred as Globe Arena. Previously, it was known as Globe Arena. And do you know, this Globe Arena is accused of scams previously. Telangana 2019, what happened? The same online marking system was used and it resulted into disaster because it was not fair result. Similar such thing happened again in Telangana in 2023 because of the same company, and it's very sad to hear that around 23 young students' death by suicide was claimed because of this online marking system and this company. Bringing this company into the picture just for marking scheme, knowing that what is the background of the company, I don't know what was CBSE or government planning there. Right? It is totally a doubtful idea bringing this system when your technology is not upgraded. Let me tell you what actually is OSM, bacha. OSM is a digital evaluation system, right? For the very first time, it was in the year 2014 when this idea was bought that we will be doing digital marking. However, because of lack of technology, that idea was dropped by the board. Right? Later on in 2025, they decided that this year, the checking that will be done in 2026 will be made upon this digital marking scheme. What actually is this digital marking scheme? So, your answers copy which you wrote in your exams, particularly here, it is only applicable to class 12th this year. So, I'm talking about class 12 copies which will be scanned. Those copies will be scanned right after this is done. Then this will be put into an online platform. Okay, and the accessibility of that copies to the teachers will be provided by that online platform. Now what will happen? Teachers which were getting those copies physically now will get it on screen. Okay, that was a great idea. But now the point is, this was brought up. Why? So that it can bring speed, it can bring efficiency, more transparency, accuracy. There will be like to reduce human error. on to reduce totaling mistake, which used to be a lot in the CBSE paper until last year. This year the case is very strange. That's more than the previous ones, but this was the main agenda of CBSE bringing this scheme. Now what happened? Teachers did the marking scheme, but the result, when the result came, there were allegations by the students regarding their dropped percentage. Even CBSE has said that according to the data, 3% of the average calculation of percent has been dropped by the students. Why so? Right? So now what was the issue? Scanned copy went to the online portal. Online portal, teachers will check the copy, give the marks even, and the totaling itself will be done by what? Totaling itself will be done digitally. However, if there is any comments or something like that, it will be given by the teachers. Therefore, so this was how the system was made. To be very precise, right? To be very precise, the contract has been given to which company? It was not cleared by CBSE till November. So there were two companies that filled the contract, and even one in that race contract is being given. One was TCS and the other one was this COEMT. And finally, COEMT got this contract. Even it was not declared openly by CBSE, the contract is given to COEMT. I don't know why it was kept hidden for a long time. But now the question is, we as the teachers, right? We as the teachers know what students are going through this time, right? We as in teachers want that there should be transparency in the system which is shaping the future of Indians, which is shaping actually the future of our country. Now what is happening? This is known as risky governance. And when someone asks the question regarding it, it is not accepting, the board is not accepting the flaws, the mistakes. As a teacher, what I can do is, right now, I just want to ask a few questions to CBSE. Why did CBSE has not done a single regional trial before implementing this in board? Do you know that? In 2014, they did a trial that was very on the small basis. After that, a regional trial which needs to be done before implementing a large system, the CBSE board, is not being done. And the strange part is single day training was given to teachers. Such large number of teachers who are checking the copies of millions, like lakhs of students sitting in the exam. So why you did not perform any test before implementing it? We don't know this. Why was the board in hurry to bring digital evaluation? It was given to us in November that this is going to be done. Why? You're doing this in November, implementing in February. Is your technology ready in 3 months? Or if any background development was also going on, are you ready for that? Why was it in rush? Why is the boards regularly denying the system is flawed? Accepted if it's done. Accepted. Find some solution to it. At least those students will not be depressed as they were depressed in the Telangana issue. 23 death by suicide. I recently went on the channel Deeksha Karnataka and saw a comment, ma'am, because of that NEET problem, I am having multiple thoughts like that by students. Everything is faced by each of the student right now. Do not feel down. We are there for you and everything will work out. These are just marks. These are just numbers, please. If you're feeling somewhere down by these low marks, drop percentage because the problem was in something else, do not question yourself. Next is, why was the company having history of one of the worst exam controversy linked made association with the board exam, and you were knowing about the background of the company? Why was it done? And this is what I call risky governance. A risky government in which CBSE wanted to transform the education, transform the system of education in one go, in one set all. And the questions are still the same. So I just want this video to be shared by everyone so that they understand where the issue was and what is the OSM system, because there are a lot of people still questioning, ma'am, what is going around? What was the issue? How CBSE is wrong? Is Vedant wrong right here? Is he making issues which are not actually true? No. So this is not only the story of Vedant, of the students who are actually facing this issue right now. See, education. Okay, education is not data processing, yaar. You're doing online on-screen marking, that's great, you're growing with the technology, but education has emotions, it is not data processing. The damage is already done. The damage is already done. You as an institute are what? You're shaping India's future, and you should be answerable to the students rather than keeping shut. Now issue has reached to education ministers and multiple things are going on in process, but still, like, it is not only the single issue, it's always login problems, duplicate payments problem, either the payment is not being done, right? The site is not working sometimes, there are issues with filling form. But you are an institute working for a country, you need to work on your websites, you need to work on your technology. There are multiple times portal get crash. Again and again we are increasing the date for filling forms. Why? Because somewhere you know that you lagged as a technology. Like recently there were a lot of issues. Students after class 12 low result went to CBSE for scanned copies, as they every year this process goes, right? Multiple students saw that some of the answers are not checked, there are blurry answers, pages not found, etc, etc. Issue was raised. Some students didn't got the scanned copy on time, even on the date which was given as the last date. Then they came and said that 27 we will come and bring the and everyone will get their scanned copies. I hope that every one of you got that. But now the point is, re-evaluation will be started from 29th, and what's been going on, you guys know that. I'm just here to question a board that is made to bring transparency in the education system. If in case, my dear students, you are also facing any of the issue, you are free field to comment here. I will be doing whatever I can for you. I will be guiding you in a way that you want. That's it for today.